Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, what's the best question to ask on a first date?
Also, does Beetlejuice have a little brother?
All that and more on the way next. Well, I have some great news to start your day. 8772 Radio U. KFC is bringing poutine to the United States.
Let's go.
Yes. In America, in the USA, we are getting poutine essentially nationwide thanks to KFC, where they just introduced this week on their menu Maddie's Cheesy Nuggy Gravy Bowl.
Let's go.
It is fries, brown gravy, crispy chicken nuggets. That's not very traditional for poutine, but it's KFC. I guess they got to have chicken in it.
Yeah, they have to add chicken. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And then cheese curds, which I also believe are like the deep fried cheese curds, which is absolutely not traditional at all, but I'll allow it.
Yeah.
You know what? Any form of poutine is okay in my book.
And I feel like this is a perfect collab between American culture and like Canadian culture.
Yeah.
So it's like both of the things are coming together with this menu item.
Isn't it kind of odd that it's KFC doing it?
Yes, Kentucky.
Yeah, like South. I mean, obviously they have a lot of the ingredients. They already have the gravy, which a lot of fast food restaurants don't have. But I don't know, doesn't it seem like something Tim Hortons should be doing?
Maybe, but also Tim Hortons does like breakfast food and everything. I guess you could do a breakfest poutine bowl.
Yeah, I think Tim Hortons should just lean into like just being
Canada.
Basically a Canadian embassy.
Yeah.
They need to do more of that.
Just all the Canadian things. Well, yeah, and I also really do like KFC's fries.
Okay.
So I'm excited to try this. I think we should do a food fight for this poutine bowl.
This has to be our next food fight.
Yeah.
And their fries they have seasoned fries, right?
Seasoned fries that are like double cooked or double fried or something because they're super crispy.
Yeah, it's not
they
like
do something
McDonald's
special.
style. Like they have a different flavor to them and they crisp them up way more.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to KFC? How long has it been?
Probably in November. I may have gotten it for lunch.
And you're like, never again.
No, I don't. Like I said, I like KFC fries, so it's not like I hate KFC. I just don't eat out very often, and I don't really have a KFC near me. So I actually went to KFC here at work because there's one closer to us, and I just like got lunch and brought it back. Also, they have Pepsi, and I'm a Diet Coke drinker.
That's tough for you.
So
yeah.
I usually try, if I'm going to eat out, I usually try to go to a place that has Diet Coke.
I remember going to I remember going to KFC. I'm trying to remember how long it's been.
Yeah, I know.
It's been less than a year.
Yeah.
I avoid KFC and it's for us for lunch it is further away. But I went through a time in my life where I loved KFC.
Yeah.
And then I discovered Popeyes. But two, like KFC has I really feel like they've taken a downturn.
Yeah, it's fallen on hard times. And I also will say, growing up in Africa, the KFC there, I think is actually much better. And I think
KFC does very well internationally. I mean, it's huge like in Asia.
Right. Well, in Africa, chicken is like a huge number one seller. Like every restaurant is like chicken. Like if you have a fast food place, it's chicken. And so KFC, when it finally did break into the market in Zambia, which was probably when I was like first in high school, it did very, very well and continues to do very well. But the recipe was more like the old KFC recipe. So it's a little different than what we have here.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what it is about KFC now that's different from when I was growing up and I would have went to bat for KFC. But like, I don't know. It just every time it feels sad. It feels more sad walking into KFC than any other fast food restaurant, pretty much.
I think I agree with that. And Long John Silver's, which often they sometimes are together.
They are,
and they both feel sad to me.
Why is that? I don't know. Well, hopefully, maybe, you know what? Maybe it's going to be a little happier in there now with poutine.
Yeah.
And this is definitely an upcoming food fight right here on Radio U. So subscribe to the Radio U Mornings YouTube channel and podcast so you don't miss it. Here's an odd story. Toy Story 2. Have you ever heard this? That in 1998, when they were making Toy Story 2, they accidentally put in a wrong command by one of the animators in the root folder for like all the animation they were working on.
Oh, no.
It deleted 90%, 2 years worth of work on Toy Story 2.
Oh my gosh. And you know how much longer it took to animate things in the 90s.
It was and how much care they put into Toy Story 2, like since it actually looked good.
Oh my gosh, that movie was so good.
The perfect sequel, some say.
The perfect trilogy, I would say. Forget that fourth one.
Yeah, definitely. That one doesn't count. I wish they accidentally deleted that one. So this is in 1998. Back then, like, think about the monitor. Just think about the technology they were using.
It would have taken them so long to try and replace it. Like, this movie would have been delayed as long as, like, GTA 6 has been delayed.
Yeah. So 1998, 90% of Toy Story 2, 2 years worth of work, is gone. Now, of course, you don't work on a big movie like that and not have some backups, right?
I would hope so.
But once they realized that 90% of the movie had been deleted, when they checked the backups, they realized those hadn't been working for months either.
Oh, no. No one was doing the background check.
So how did we wind up getting Toy Story 2? Well, luckily for Pixar, one employee, Galen Suzman, was a supervising technical director. She was out on maternity leave, but she had happened to keep a backup herself on her home computer that wound up saving the day.
That's crazy.
So that is how she saved Toy Story 2. She saved the perfect sequel.
Wow.
But it is now in the news that despite her saving the day for Pixar, for Toy Story 2, for Disney in 1998, she was laid off from Pixar in 2023.
Why?
This
was 2 years ago. Basically,
I guess
almost
now,
3 years ago. So we're just hearing about this now?
Apparently it was reported back then too, but I don't remember anybody talking about it. But now it's for some reason just one of those weird things that's come back up.
Yeah.
And so what do you like? Does saving Toy Story 2 mean that you can never be fired?
I guess not. Like, if you truly did something terrible, like,
okay,
it doesn't.
But she got laid off. She didn't actually get fired either.
Right.
So.
I would think. Here's the thing. I would think she would be considered a very valuable employee.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they're doing a round of layoffs, because it says it was a part of the 7,000 layoffs planned by Disney, where they said 75 positions were made redundant or whatever, I would think she would be marked as like, hey, let's not fire this person. They're very, very valuable to us.
Couldn't you at least keep her on, even if she doesn't even have to do work for you anymore, but it's just like you just keep her on payroll in some kind of honorary role because she saved one of the greatest movies of all time.
Toy Story 2 made them over $500 million at that point in time. Like, think of adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
That's easily over $1 billion now.
That's 1990s dollars.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And then you think about all the sequels that have subsequently come out that only were made possible by Toy Story 2 doing so well.
Right. Well, and I'm sure she's done so much other work on other great movies. It's not like she only worked on Toy Story 2. She just happened to save that one.
Maybe by 2023, she had just fallen off. Maybe she got too comfortable. She was like, they're never going to get rid of me.
Maybe.
I saved Toy Story 2.
I mean, again, I don't think it removes you from any fault if you truly did do something wrong. But I doubt she did anything egregious.
Probably not. Well, what you might be wondering what she's doing now. Apparently, at least according to her LinkedIn, she is a freelance animator in San Francisco.
Well, at least she's still doing what she loves.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully she made enough Toy Story 2 money to just kind of take care of her for most of her life.
She should be getting residuals.
That's what I'm saying.
Beetlejuice, not so fast.
You had me worried there.
Well, Hudson, astronomers are talking about Betelgeuse right now. And that's because they are now seeing direct evidence that Betelgeuse, which is a massive supergiant star in the constellation Orion, they're seeing that it has potentially a real companion star influencing its behavior, which is something that has long been suspected and theorized, and now they might be able to confirm it.
Okay, so wait, what is the theory? Betelgeuse, there's a secret star?
A secret star that orbits Betelgeuse.
And we can't see it. Why?
Well, it's very far away.
Uh-huh.
And also Beetlejuice is so massive that it just takes up all the screen.
Oh,
you know?
okay, yeah.
It's a star.
Mm-hmm. And so this would be a smaller star.
Yeah.
That, I mean, are we talking like eclipse kind of thing where like basically it kind of gets in the way sometimes and it's big enough to make a difference in what we see, but not big enough for us to actually see the star itself.
Yeah, because the light is so like much from Beetlejuice, like it'd be hard to see anything else close to it.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're seeing is that they believe this potential companion star, which they're naming Swara, is thought to orbit Beetlejuice and create a dense wake of gas in the star's outer atmosphere. And as that moves through, that's what scientists from NASA have started to notice.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is their theory, that there would be something maybe potentially causing that's orbiting around Beetlejuice, which could be this other star that they're calling Swara. So these observations line up with that, theoretical prediction that there was a potential hidden companion star that's orbiting Beetlejuice. And these findings, they've been presented to the American Astronomical Society meeting, and they've been accepted for publication. So more research will be done now that this has been publicized.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it'll take to actually confirm this, but this is pretty cool.
It's kind of cool. Who's researching this?
NASA.
So they're using our taxpayer dollars to do this?
I think they were just looking at Beetlejuice and then saw this and was like, oh, there might be something to investigate here after all.
And so I'm paying them to do that.
Yeah.
And how does that help me?
I mean, I think a lot of questions could be asked about that with NASA. The coolest thing about this for me is that this is actually NASA's Hubble space telescope that saw this. And so Hubble, if you know, it's been up in space, orbiting space for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's on the back burner now, because now that we have the James Webb, Hubble is just kind of not doing as much.
Mm-hmm.
It's still doing cool things, but it's just not as powerful as the James Webb.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like when Hubble still is in the spotlight. It's still doing fun things.
The old rugged veteran.
It's still discovering
still
new
makes a
things.
Contribution every once in a while.
Exactly. I kind of like that.
Well, I'm glad that we are able to actually, you know what? I'm not really glad.
You just don't care.
Yeah.
You're indifferent.
I mean, no, it's fun for people that care, but when I just think of like how they're using my money to do this, and it's just like there's so many people that love space that would do this probably for free. Yeah. And if not, like how about just Elon Musk just uses his money to do it? You know what I mean?
I mean, he kind of does with SpaceX.
Then what do we need NASA for?
Well, NASA's been around for a lot longer.
I think it served its purpose.
I don't think that's a nice thing to say. They've got plenty more to do.
Wouldn't you like a no NASA discount on your taxes?
No NASA discount.
When you start filing.
There's a lot of discounts I would like on my taxes, but NASA's not one of them.
Sony has filed a patent that could change gaming as we know it. 8772 Radio U. Sony last year filed a patent. This is something they're working on for possibly putting it into their games in the future for AI ghosts that could beat games for you.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And when I first read this too, I was like, I feel like they're just putting AI in this to make it sound worse because people hate AI.
Yeah.
But it actually legitimately is artificial intelligence. The patent is for basically a extra character that you could call upon if you get to a spot in a game where you can't figure out how to beat it on your own. You're just not good enough. You would summon, in one way or another, this AI ghost that would either show you how to do it, show you what you're doing wrong, or just literally just straight up beat the section of the game for you. But the way that they have to train this thing, it's AI. It has to see how it has to be fed all of the info. It's not just like a computer character that just comes in and is programmed to beat it.
Right.
It's AI that functions like another person in the game, like you.
Yeah.
That would go but it has to be trained first to know what not to do. But it's actually doing it.
Yeah.
Versus a computer that's just like it's programmed to beat it.
Right.
Kind of crazy.
That is wild. That's like phone your AI friends, basically.
It's like Elon Musk, what Elon Musk does,
Right.
but it's free.
This is probably what he has been doing. But I don't know. I don't know if I like this because I feel like that's part of the challenge of a video game is it's like you have to try and beat it.
Yeah.
And there's some games that are very, very hard. Like the final boss battle is impossible.
As somebody who plays sports games, more probably than anything else, there's just at some certain point, you're only good enough, like there's no tricks.
Yeah.
You can watch all the videos, you can learn all the tricks, but there's only so good that you can be when you're playing MLB The Show, Like I'm not going to hit a home run on every play.
Right.
On expert mode, all-star, whatever it is. So I feel like I guess this is to serve that purpose of when you don't want to get stalled out in a game because you're just simply not good enough and there's no way you're ever going to beat it. But at the same time, sometimes you just have to accept that, I think.
Yeah, I think you should just accept it because now I'm going to be watching people play games that I had to try and beat, on the up and up without my AI
that's right.
friend.
It's going to cheapen all the people that actually are good enough to beat the games.
Exactly, and I'm going to
which is never me, but I respect those people.
Exactly.
I don't want to take things away from them.
Exactly. Like I have so many great memories of playing like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which is not that hard of a game, but we were playing it when we were kids, like on the Nintendo 64, and like we would be, if you failed beating somebody, we'd pass the controller. Okay, now you try, like from where the game has saved and you move on. And so I just have so many great memories of doing that. And when the one person who's playing finally beat that level and we got to move on to the next thing or whatever, it was a huge deal to us.
Yeah.
And when we finally beat that game, oh my gosh, we were celebrating. So I just feel like, this cheapens the video game experience. What's the challenge if you could just bring your AI buddy in to beat it for you?
Yeah, when you just know it's going to be able to breeze right through it every time.
Right.
And meanwhile, it's being trained on you and everybody else's failure. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not going to feel right.
It's not rewarding.
I don't like this.
Yeah,
it feels
I don't
dirty
either.
to me.
Yeah. No thanks.
And somebody who would probably benefit from it because I'm sure there's a lot of games that I would stall out in.
Like cheating has been around in gaming forever, and this is the ultimate cheat code, and I don't like it.
It's sanctioned cheating. I want to let you know how you could win Super Bowl tickets.
What? We're giving away Super Bowl tickets?
We aren't.
Oh.
Okay. Sometimes I'm not even sure if we're allowed to say Super Bowl if we're ever get in trouble for it.
That's true. It's copywritten, isn't it?
It is, but we're reporting on news, so this is okay.
Okay.
We're not talking about some kind of Super Bowl, anything else that we're doing.
Yeah, no.
This is news.
Okay.
This is Super Bowl tickets to this upcoming Super Bowl in Santa Clara at Levi's Stadium. You could win tickets simply by donating blood.
Wow. So the Red Cross is giving this away?
The American Red Cross, trying to gin up some blood donations, is offering your chance to win Super Bowl tickets. All you need to do is donate blood through the American Red Cross between now and January 25th is the deadline.
Okay.
For you to get in. And if you go ahead and do that, you are going to be entered in for the chance to win a Super Bowl experience, which includes round-trip airfare, 3-night hotel accommodations, and a $1,000 gift card.
Wow.
So you might want to get out there and donate some blood, which is always a good idea.
Yes.
The American Red Cross does say that after the holidays, there's a growing risk of a blood shortage as well.
They always say that. But
that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I've donated blood before. And after you donate blood, they will call you every 2 weeks, letting you know how there's a blood shortage, even though you can't donate again for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
They won't leave you alone.
They will not leave you alone as far as calls. I've started to block their numbers because here's the thing. I do donate.
They're like a bill collector, but the bill is blood.
Yeah. I do want to donate blood. And also the thing that we say, like we have a group of us that go and donate blood for the American Red Cross, and we say, we don't do it for the rewards. Like we don't do it for what you get out of it. Like it's just a good thing to go and do.
Yeah, for sure.
But they do have nice rewards. Like they give away like a gift card pretty much every time you come to give blood, which is awesome.
You can donate every 8 weeks, and even if you the odds of the Super Bowl tickets, you winning them, probably pretty long, of course, because it's everybody who donates blood at all for the whole month.
Within a certain time frame,
so there's going to be plenty of people that you're competing against. However, there's also many other ways you can maximize rewards. And obviously, again, like you're right, donating blood is just a good thing to do. It's always needed, even if there isn't actually a real shortage. There's just danger of one possibly one day.
Yeah.
It's still a good thing to do. And you can be rewarded basically every time you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
In some way or another.
It's a win-win in my book because you're doing something good. And if you happen to win Super Bowl tickets along the way, that's pretty epic.
And if you do wind up winning these Super Bowl tickets, maybe, it's 2 tickets. Maybe invite one of us, especially if when the Super Bowl is Packers versus Steelers.
Hudson, we can't make them choose between the two of us. That's terrible. They should pick one of their own friends.
Only one of us has a chance of their team being in it. So
yeah,
I think that makes the choice very obvious.
Okay.
Dollywood guests are upset. 8772 Radio U. If you've ever been to Dollywood, think about how hard it must be to make Dollywood guests upset.
Right. It seems like such a lovely place.
You hear people complain about Disney World, Disneyland, supposed to be the happiest place on earth. People complain about that all the time.
Yeah, well, we talked about a guy getting beat up yesterday.
Yeah. Nobody ever complains about Dollywood. So this has got to be bad.
Okay.
Dollywood fans are upset because they've replaced the soda fountain machines, the where you can just go up and refill your drink whenever you want.
Okay.
They've replaced them with Pepsi. I know you would hate that.
What?
But it gets worse. They've replaced them with Pepsi fast fill machines, which is something that is already used at Universal, I believe, has these. But the real problem is it's a scan, fill, go setup using QR codes. So what happens is you would buy a cup, right? Probably a souvenir cup. It has a QR code. Then this either ensures that you can get drinks throughout your day or throughout the year, like the season at Dollywood, to keep coming back at these soda fountains. But the problem is when you scan your QR code to just be able to simply activate the fountain to fill up, then it limits you to less than 30 seconds before it will cut off. You have 30 seconds to fill up your drink with whatever, and then it turns off. And then I don't know how long the reset time is before you can get back and scan again and fill up more if you want. And people are really not pleased about this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be pleased about it either. Although I am watching a video right here. It's not Pepsi. I don't know why the article says that.
It's not Pepsi. So it's Coke would do this?
Coke, it's still Coca-Cola, and it's a scan system. Some type. I'm watching the video. This is so terrible. It's some type of scan system. Although what I am not sure about is if the scan system is just created by Dollywood or created by Coca-Cola, because the fountain itself still looks the same. The fountain drink dispenser still looks the same. There's just this little side scanner over on the side.
Yeah.
Where you can scan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. At I'm going to be honest. I didn't really buy a lot of drinks when I go to Dollywood because I'm not made of money.
Yeah.
I brought my own water or whatever, and that was pretty much it.
They let you bring a drink in?
I think you can bring water. Pretty much any place lets you bring water.
I didn't think a lot of places let you bring drinks in. I guess I've never tried, though.
Either that or I was just dehydrated and I don't even remember. But I wasn't going to pay. This is a stance of mine that when I go to especially a sit-down restaurant, I'm not buying any soda because it's $4.
It is expensive.
It's a ripoff.
It is.
And at Dollywood and any other theme park, it's even more expensive. So I would never do this. But I don't remember what the system was like there because I didn't use it.
Yeah.
But now, this is new and people do not like it.
Yeah. I wouldn't like it either. I need a little bit more time to fill up my Diet Coke. I'm sorry. I probably could fill it up in 30 seconds just because I'm not going for the ice. What this video shows, this guy's name's Nathan Johnson who filmed this. he tries to get the ice first.
Uh-huh.
And by the time he moves over to get the Coke, it's like you don't have enough time left to get the Coke.
And that's so, like, you think about when you fill up a drink at a fountain, it's going to fizz up and you got to wait for it to go down and then fizz up. And, like, you can't do that in 30 seconds.
No, although I'm pretty sure if he would have just gone for the ice first, that would have dispensed no problem because that's just water. That's going to be free. But if he would have dispensed the ice first, then scanned the code, and then got the Coke, there's your cheat system. That's how you do it.
I mean, you think about how sad it is that that Dollywood is stooping to the level of rationing fountain soda.
This is crazy to me because if you have ever worked in fast food where there is a fountain, you know that you are making so much of a profit.
That's like probably your number one. Yeah.
So much of a profit. And so, because those boxes last a long time. But yeah, I just think this is a pretty wild thing. The one thing I'm happy about, though, is it's not Pepsi. It's
Coke. I don't know why it said that, because in the video it's clearly
this
Coke.
Article is from, I think, the UK. Maybe they're like down south. They call all soda,
Pepsi?
Coke. Because, in the south they call all soda Coke.
Uh-huh.
And so maybe in the UK everything's Pepsi.
Why is the UK even reporting on Dollywood anyways?
I have no idea.
Either way, I expected better of Dollywood.
Yeah,
I really did.
Me too.
It's time to fire up the Radio U hotline.
877-2-RADIO-U.
I want to know, what is your go-to first date question? Something maybe a little unique that everybody else doesn't always, because there's the obvious.
Yeah.
What do you do for work? What are you going to school for? Like that kind of obvious stuff. Mm-hmm. But what's something a little more creative that you might like to ask, or just a different way of maybe wording it to make it sound creative for a first date? I do have I'll go through a few of these. Allie, maybe you can rate them.
Okay.
Of some people's favorite first date questions from Reddit, because this was a question on there recently. People have different ways of asking, what's your go-to activity on a day off, or something you're passionate about outside of work and school?
Ooh, that would be a fun question for me, because immediately I would be able to talk about thrifting, which is like my favorite hobby ever.
There you go. And that is a little easier, or a little more specific, I think, than saying, what are your hobbies?
Yes.
Because you do want to, anytime, we know this from, dating, but also interviewing people, is you don't want to ask yes/no questions. You want to leave things fairly open-ended.
Yeah.
But if you leave things too open-ended,
then it's just like, I don't want to rattle off a list of things.
Yeah, it becomes too much of a jumble, and it makes it hard. Like, it actually makes it harder to answer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, if you go, what are your hobbies? They'd go, oh, where do I start?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because you don't just have one.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta narrow it down. So what's one thing you're passionate about? What's something you're currently obsessed with? A current project you're working on?
Very
a lot
good
of good ways to kind of get the same answer, but in a little more focused of a way.
Yes. So far, 10 out of 10 with these questions. These are great conversation starters.
Okay. What does your perfect day look like?
Perfect day. Ooh,
Yeah.
that one to me is a little more of an annoying question, because it's like, then I have to think about several different things.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather it be specific to like what we've already talked about.
Yeah.
So like one question I'm seeing on this list is like, what music have you been listening to a lot lately? This is like a question I would ask.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, that's an easy one for me, and it's also I genuinely want to know, as like if I'm dating somebody, I would want to know what music they like.
That's you ask that question, and if they don't say Radio U, you walk out, you leave right
Date
then and
over.
there. Yeah, it's you stiff them with the bill. It's done. Actually, Jesse literally texted in. He said, "Do you listen to Radio U? If they say no, you end the date." We're on the same page.
Yes, Jesse.
877-2 Radio U. Let us know your go-to first date questions. I've got a few more here too that I think are really good, or at least interesting, that we can get to. But I want to see what the Radio U public thinks as well. 877-2 Radio U. Your go-to first date questions. We'll see what people are saying coming up. We've got the Radio U hotline open.
877-2-RADIO-U.
Talking your go-to first date question. Something maybe a little more unique, something that everybody doesn't ask, but you, if you're on a first date or when you were on your first dates, you would always go to. We heard from Chad, who says he's got two right now. One, what is your wildest dream?
Okay.
You think he means dream like when you're sleeping, or like your dream of that you hope to accomplish in your life?
I think it could be either, and either could be fun questions to answer.
I think they're both fun. I think the wildest dream of like, what's your dream of life?
Yeah.
Sounds actually like you could learn so much about somebody and have some really interesting conversation.
Absolutely.
He also says, what are 3 distinctive quirks or idiosyncrasies? I like that word.
Yeah, that's a great word.
About you that makes you uniquely you.
Yeah, that's a fun question to ask. Like quirks that you do that are just a little different than something else. Oh, and he does say he clarified just in a text message, it is kind of what is your goal in life for the what is your wildest dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones coming through, I like this one from Sheena. What's your most controversial opinion?
Oh, I think that's a great one, and I also think of like what conspiracy theory like do you kind of lean into? Maybe that you don't believe it, but you're just like, I may be convinced of this.
Yeah, because that if I was on a date with somebody and they didn't have any like conspiracies or something along that line that they had any knowledge of, like enough to care about to answer the question, then I'd kind of be concerned.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you thinking outside the box enough, But,
right.
I mean, that could show you somebody's true colors though, of like they could have a really toxic answer and you'd be like, okay, good to know. I'm out of here.
Yes.
Or it could show you, like, to me, I would hope if I asked that on a first date that y'all would get something that's not necessarily political, something that's more like a fun, controversial opinion, like we share a lot of on this show.
Yeah.
Like that Halloween, the trick-or-treating should always be on Halloween.
Right.
You give me that as your answer, and I'm like, this is going to be a good, fun date.
Yeah, that we didn't realize how controversial that was going to be. I like this question too. What's something you've unlearned as you've gotten older?
Oh.
This is a good one because sometimes you learn a lot of bad habits or just things that are just not true when you're kids, and so that'd be a fun
That's
conversation.
actually a good point. I feel like that's one that could really get you to like get somebody to open up a little bit.
Yeah, it's not like a super deep question that you think of at first, but it actually could get you there. So I think that's a great one.
Mike says, what is your stance on politics? It could be a make or break in a relationship.
Ooh, that's a tough one for a first date. Some people are willing to tackle that immediately, but in this political climate, that's a gamble.
It's tough. I feel like I might want to wait on that. Also, I feel like if they just say like a party or whatever, like I just want to like be a little patient with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just not to write somebody off just because of even, because they may have valid reasons.
I've definitely dated people that have had different political beliefs than I've had.
Oh, 100%.
So I don't think it's impossible for it to work.
I just feel like there's other ways that you can kind of pick up on stuff that might tell you more than just straight up what, who they voted for.
Yeah.
One more, and I think this is really good. What podcast do you listen to?
Ooh.
Because this is one of those, it could actually subtly give you answers to the politics question and stuff like that. But also, of course, there's all kinds of podcasts. And so you could learn so much about their interests just based off what they listen to.
Yeah, that's so true.
And yet again, if they don't listen to the RadioU podcasts, I'm not going to say walk out, but turn them on to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd be like, have you heard of this podcast?
You didn't mention Hudson and Allie in the RadioU podcast. I think, have I got the podcast for you?
We should just give everybody the little buzzer you have. Be like, wrong answer.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.